I dated a girl with a real small head one time. I wouldn't mind more of like a regular headed woman. I dated a girl who had this little pin top. And sometime when I was making out with her, I could kiss her and my hands would touch under her chin and on the top of her head at the same time. And she was an adult, obviously. But I remember just like, dang, she got that cabbage ball. And I started thinking, how many ideas could she even have in this hitter, on top of her neck? I was always scared somebody with a T-ball bat was just going to roll up and just, try to knock a double. Because she had that little baby,
I was on a date and they set down the food and this guy looks at the food and goes, oh my gosh, I want to take a picture. This is so beautiful. He pulls out his phone and takes a selfie and then puts it back in his pocket. No laughter, just back in his pocket. He took a selfie of himself because that's what he thought looked good. And it was so funny. Like it was a John Mulaney type of joke, and it was just so dry, and it was just so perfect. I wish I could explain that better. Please tell me if you found that funny. I really wish you were there. And then he sent me the selfie to me after dinner. And it was a really good selfie. And he never took a picture of the food, by the way. Like, ever. So the bit just went till the end. And I love a good bit. I'm always here for a good bit. It was so funny. I wish you guys were there.
So I met this chick on Tinder, right? And she was bad. I'm talking beautiful. Way out of my league. So I go to her IG to confirm it was her. It was still her. I'm like, oh my God, I think I might got a baddie. So she wants to meet for dinner. I'm like, hell yeah. I get there. I wait on her. She shows up for catfish. How are you catfishing on IG too? What are you like? Not you daily? I think it's hilarious, right? So I'm tweeting about it. I say, bro, y'all won't believe I'm on a catfish date, blah, blah, blah. Got to see you through, my boy. She's like, oh my God, I found your IG. I'm gonna follow you on Twitter too. I'm like, whoa. No, I don't really be on Twitter like that. I got like 3 accounts, so I don't know which one you're gonna see. She's like, no, I see you right here. I'm like, oh my God. So then she sees the tweet and she's like, so is this about me? I'm like, no, it's not about you. She's like, well, it says 5 minutes ago. I'm like, no, I was just playing. I wasn't even. And then she's like, okay, whatever. She stands up right there. She stands up. She grabs her glass plate, her with silverware on it, like the glass. She grabs her cup and she walks smooth out the restaurant. No to-go box, no check, no buy. The waiters and stuff walking around looking at her like, and then looking at me like, I didn't, you know what I mean? Like nobody knew what to do. She walks out, she gets in her car and leaves with the glass. You know how mad you gotta be to leave with the glass? If she's watching this, I'm sorry, baby. And bring that glass back. They charged me.
He took me back to his house, not because he wanted to do anything, because he wanted to show me the renovations he's doing in his basement.
You don't go to basements on a first date, Reagan.
I know, but he had barn doors. He was making a whole nother apartment all by himself. He bought this house.
And he has a car.
And it's nice. And his car, did you see his car?
No.
It's brand new. It's a 2021 SUV. It's beautiful. It has a screen in it. Screen? Yeah. I started to forget about like everything else, and I was just like, wow, I could start living like this. And he was so respectful. It was beautiful.
What'd you have to drink?
I had a couple cocktails and some wine. Yeah.
So, do you think you're going to go on a second date?
He wants to bring me to his hockey game tomorrow. He wants to pick me up and bring me to his hockey game. So I can come watch him. It's so cute. He's
says he wants to take me thrifting beforehand. Yeah, so we can pick out outfits for each other and not let each other see. And it's what we have to wear on our next date. That's what he said. This is like a pretty good first date, Reagan.
It's my first white guy. I mean, no offense, but I think I kind of been missing out. He has a house at 25 years old. I'm only 22 and I don't know what I'm doing. But I think I might want to move in. It's nice. It's cute. I can get used to it.
Met this girl in college, man. She was so out my league. I knew she was. This girl was so fine. She was from Louisiana, man. Oh, this girl was so fine. When I saw her, I couldn't breathe. Now I'm in college, I'm a freshman. And I saw the girl, and so that evening, I went home, I'm in college, I called my brother. I said, hey man, I just met this girl. I ain't really met her, I see her, man, but how do I get right next to her? He said, man, listen to me. Cause my brother was cool. I thought my brother was Marvin Gaye. You know, my brother was 11 years older than me, so I thought my brother Turd was Marvin Gaye. So I said, hey, listen, what you tripping for? All you got to do tomorrow, when you see her, walk up to her and say, excuse me. I don't want to disrupt your day and nothing you got going, but it would really, really make my day if you would tell me your name. And when you say that, just walk away. Next day in school, soon as I saw her, student center, Kent State, I walked right up to her. I said, excuse me. I said, I don't want to interrupt your day and stop nothing you're doing, but it would really make my day if you would just tell me what your name is. She said, it's Melinda. I said, Melinda, thank you. So I went home that evening, and I called my brother. I said, hey, man, I did it. He said, did you walk away like I told you? I said, yeah. I said, but what do I do next? He said, tomorrow, walk up to her and tell her, introduce yourself and tell her your name. And say, so the next time I see you and I say hello to you, it would mean so much to me if you would just say my name back to me. I said, and then what I do? He said, walk off. So next day, this is a true story. So next day I see her, I walk up to her, I said, hey Melinda. She said, hi. I said, hold on one second. I said, I'd like to tell you my name. I said, my name is Steve. I said, all I want is when I say hello Melinda, I would just love to hear you say my name back to me. That would mean so much to me. I said, let's try this. I said, hello Melinda. She said, hello Steve. I said, I go back to the room. That night I called my brother. I said, bro, I said, what I do next? He said, first of all, man, stop sounding anxious. Slow your roll. You got to get smooth with this. Now, tomorrow when you see her, you say hello to her, wait on her to say your name, and then act like it knocked you out. I said, act like it knocked me off. And then walk off? What the hell you think? Click. Hey, Melinda, how you doing? Hey, Steve. Oh. hey, bruh, I did that, walked off. He said, what happened? I said, I don't know, man, but I heard a lot of her girlfriends go, ooh. He says, dog, little bro, you winning. He said, now listen to me. Tomorrow when you see her, do the same thing. When she do the same thing, just say, listen, you ain't got no money, do you? Now, I got a couple dollars. I said, all right, man, invite her out. Be real smooth with it. And tell her how much it would mean to you to invite her out. I said, and then walk away? He said, what the? You gotta wait on the answer? It's a true story, I can't make this up. I didn't see her the next day. So the day after that, I saw her. Here she was. I saw her coming. I got over there in the path. So I could look like I walked right past. I said, hey, Melinda. She said, hey, Steve. I said, hey, listen to me. Melinda, look, I'd really like to get to know you better. And I'd like to take you out, maybe to the Rathskeller, get a slice of pizza or something. It would be my greatest honor if you would just go with me. If you can't, I understand. But I'm a real gentleman. I'd really like to have a nice time with you just sitting down eating a slice of pizza. She said, that would be nice. When would you like to do it? I'm nervous, Knox. You ain't tell me what to say. So I said, well, let me ask you something. When are you available? I said, are you available this evening, this weekend? She said, before I study, maybe we could get a piece of pizza before I go study. I said, tonight. She said, you want me to meet you? I said, I'll come get you. But I don't know, I ain't got no car. So she said, you would come get me? I said, yeah, because I'm going to walk you there. I don't want you to have to walk across the campus by yourself. She said, oh my God, yes, you can come get me. When I walked up to that dorm room, it was about 30 girls in that hallway. Came down there. I weighed about 147 pounds. I walked in that, ladies, how y'all doing? How you doing, ladies? Knocked on that door. She came out, the jeans was tight. I lost it. I went,